There. You should be safe here for now. No promises on anything, though. It's whatever. Anyways. How's your hand? Well, at least it's bandaged, so we won't need to worry about me. Besides, I'd killed an animal before you found me, so I was fine. Yes, animal blood can be just as sufficient as human blood. It may not taste good, but at least to me it's better than killing people. Anyways. Oh, that's right. I didn't introduce myself, did I? Well, since you're the one who asked, why don't you start first? Well, of course I'm curious. I mean, I do want to know the name of the stranger that I brought into my house. At the risk of my own life, I might add. I see. No, it's actually not bad. Whatever. My name? My name is Kiera. Yes, that's my real name. You think it's pretty? It's not that big a deal. No, it really isn't. When you're a vampire that's surrounded by other vampires, and humans come after you, you tend to get mixed among the crowd. So naturally it doesn't end up looking well for you, so you just tend to kind of blend in. So names don't really matter. At least in the sense of a vampire, anyways. I'm not sure how it works for humans. At least not anymore. Remember, I have been alive for over 50 years. I may be young in terms of vampire, but I'm not young for human years. Fine. If you're that curious, I'll let you in on a little intel about the vampires. But only so you'll stop bothering me about it. Jeez. Right. So, vampires. According to you humans, vampires are bloodthirsty monsters that just suck the blood out of people. For their own benefit, without any desire of human interaction, and they only converse amongst themselves. Actually, that's not true. A lot of vampires have actually gotten good about concealing their identity, including shaving away their fangs. Yes, there's actually a secret, doctor in the woods that takes care of that. They shave down the teeth every few weeks or so. It keeps their identity safe, while also making them feel normal. They don't worry about their skin color. Even though vampires are pale, we normally tend to walk around like it. And even if we get the joke of, "Oh, you look like a vampire, you're as pale as a vampire," we kind of just brush it off. Because we know what we are. But they don't have to. Anyways. There is one thing, though. At night, we do get hungry. Hungry for blood. Most vampires, like myself, end up hunting animals. But only in small quantities. We do respect the wildlife, and we want to make sure that we're protecting it. There are a few vampires, though, who will go out in the middle of the night, especially in uninhabited wooded areas, and try to seek out people who are in cabins. Yes. Those are what we call the alpha groups. The alpha groups tend to predominantly feed on human blood. And yes, it does tend to get gross. So I won't say too much more. Yes, there is an alpha vampire in this area. His name is Richter. I can't say it any louder than that. If you say it loud enough, he'll hear you. Don't ask me how vampire logic works. It's something to do with how vampires get turned into vampires. Well, we look like the same age that we do when we got turned. So for me, I got turned as a freshman in high school. So naturally, I still sound young. No, our voices don't change much until we get into the hundreds of years old. No, it doesn't stunt our growth. It just prolongs it. Are you calling me short? Yes, I did. Don't call me short. Do it again and see what happens, human. Exactly. You don't want to mess with me. I'm stronger than I look. Excuse me? Anyone would be scared of the alpha vampires. They're tougher than the rest of us. Awakened powers? How many comic books do you read? You're making vampires sound like they're out of this world, extraterrestrial. But our bodies are still relatively normal to humans. If someone stabs us with a wooden stake, then we're dead. That part is the only part that's remained solid throughout vampire history. Of course, which is why I don't live in a wooden house. Exactly. It looks like wood, but that's to fool the humans. They just think it's an abandoned haunted house. So occasionally when some kids come in here, I like to pretend to be a ghost and scare them. Whatever. It's well after midnight anyway. You should go. Not leave. I mean, go get some sleep. Guest room's on the second floor. Third room from the right. You're leaving in the morning after breakfast, though. I'm not gonna be hosting my house for a human. Yeah. Good night.